Give me a break. Kids, this is my first vlog for 2013. So, how you doing? I guess we survived the Mayan apocalypse, or at least most people did, except for like a bunch of people that got shot at the end of the year. Um, I rang in 2012 the same way I rang in most New Year's, very quietly. It's my high holy day. I do a lot of praying and meditating and stuff like that. And right at the end of 2012, I did an awful lot of socializing. And I had done things that I have never done or have rarely done since I moved out to the outback. Um, I not only hosted several events, but I actually went out to a restaurant live. I actually went out to a restaurant and ate, sat down in another place and ate, not went out and got something and brought it home, but actually went to a restaurant and ate with real people. Um, I went to the movies, which I have not done in eons, on Christmas, which was really special. And I went and saw Les Miserables, and just reminded me of living here in the United States on the Outback. And let's see what else. I went to a party. I went to someone else's party. Not something that I hosted, but that somebody else hosted in their own house. So I actually had to leave the comfort of my bubble and actually go into somebody else's bubble. And it was nice. It's the first time I've had to be a guest and socialize as a guest and not a host in so many years I can't even recall. So yeah, 2012 ended with a bang. And 2013 was just, it started off just drama. The United States government, just a big drama mess. And so when that show finally got over, I kind of went into a very, a period the last couple of days that has been, I've been sleeping a lot again. I mean, yesterday I was only awake for 3 hours in total, and that was not all at once. And part of that 3 hours was just tossing and turning in bed. So, I mean, literally not out of bed, sleeping, not drinking, not eating, not doing anything but said sleeping and having very intense dreams. And the day before, it was pretty much almost the same. So it was about 2 days in bed. And today, finally, I woke up and felt a little bit better because I felt completely drained, as if something was draining on me. Now, the nice thing about being me is that I'm crazy. So not only can I talk to dead people and stuff, and they talk to me, but I also have other hallucinations that are totally just nonsensical. And sometimes those other hallucinations cause me anxiety. And sometimes talking to your dead relatives, for example, causes a lot of anxiety. And particularly in my case, I have had issues with my dead relatives being dead and harassing and taking over my dreams and stuff. And this has been happening. This happened actually last night. Early last night. I fell asleep about 6 p.m. and my dreams got hijacked. And it happens at about every 2 years. With the same person, and actually I'll just be full disclosure, it's my mother. And she decided to start monkeying around in my brain again, and she wanted to hijack one of my dreams. And I can always tell, I mean, she sucks me into it very easily, but as soon as I feel her finger on it, I know it's going to be a battle royal. And sure enough, it was. And it was healthy, because she dragged my father and her sister into it too. And so we had some very choice words and emotions and expressions for each other, and some closure, I think, in a healthy way, in a finality kind of way, because simply I don't want to know them on the other side at all. Seriously, at all. I don't want them waiting for me. I don't want to know them at all. And I made that very clear. So don't wait for me to go on elsewhere, please. Stop coming back, stop visiting. So it was kind of intense. But for every yin, there's a yang. And because they're on the other side and they have certain capabilities that I don't, they decided to send me everything I've ever done wrong in my whole life as like a picture show, whether it was intentional or unintentional. And then it went on to explain how sometimes my actions unintentionally had, very hurtful intentional consequences, etc. And not just with them, with absolutely everyone. So it basically was a film that I got to watch about what a complete asshole I am. And I am pretty much a complete asshole. But I've made peace with that. And I've forgiven myself for that. But it was a strong reminder that there is no perfect human being at all. And that we do our best. And sometimes we do things intentionally just to be a dick. And I've had plenty of opportunities to do that. And I look back on them. Do I regret them? I can't say I regret them because it's part of who I am. But I can say I probably, at this juncture of my life, maybe would have made alternate choices. But I did what I did. And I have to own up to it and live, and say, yeah, I take responsibility for that. And it was a nice, long film about everything I've ever done wrong. Every thought crime, everything. It's a very intense process, and it's hard to describe without sounding totally, absolutely insane, which I am. But it was good. And also the contact with my dead relatives was good because it's not like a real conversation. You just have to exchange thoughts, and there's words in the thoughts, and there's emotions in the thoughts, and they're very raw. And it's much more intense than just speaking to somebody sitting face to face in a live situation. It's actually much more intense. It's on a much more raw, emotional, unfiltered level than you could ever get speaking with someone. And you can get a lot said in a very short amount of time, or you can get a lot felt, or a lot shown, or a lot seen. And so you can go through years of stuff in just minutes, as opposed to having to sit for hours or months typing it out or discussing it, or trying to remember it. It just comes like that, and it floods through very quickly, and it's very intense, and it can hurt like crazy. It can scald like the worst burn you ever knew. So that's kind of how 2013 has started. And looking around from, watching the news and stuff, it seems like it's how it's starting in our government. It seems like that's how a lot of people are getting 2013 started. It just seems to be scalding, but maybe in a healthy way. So looking forward to seeing how this ride turns around. And since Chris Christie already gave us the quote of the year and the moment of the year, I'm already ready for 2014. Thank you, Chris Christie, for cussing out the Republican leadership. They so deserved it. And that was the most priceless moment of 2013. And it's already happened, kids. So there's nothing more to look forward to. Let's shut down 2013 and start 2014 already. I'm ready. Talk to you later.